If you're new to this channel, my name is Cal, and today I'm just getting right in a video of making Panjeeri, and also known as Pinni. Now what I'm going to do is show all the ingredients that I'm going to be using to make this Panjeeri. I have almonds here, and I was really, to be honest with you, I was checking out to see how much to use, but these are full packets and I made a list of how much each bag had. I was hoping it was 1 kg, but we've got 700 grams here. So it is various. I'm just going through everything. We've got almonds here, and these are walnuts, cashew nuts. Then this one is called Phool Makhana, if I'm saying that correct. And in the end I phoned my mum up and I did end up using the whole bag. I was also worried about the sweetness because I wanted to use coconut. So now I'm just going and sharing everything I have. We've got these melon seeds and these Awjain seeds. This is called the Desi Gur, Desi Gur, which is the natural sugar. And this ghee that I'm sharing here on screen with the lines at the top, this is the one that my mum says to use because it doesn't have that horrible odour. I mean, I don't like the odour of the ghee, and it's all natural and it is very strong smell. So at the moment I was still deciding how much to use, and this is everything. So in the end I decided to use plates. I didn't want to make too much, so I thought, yeah, we'll do the weighing in plates. But these Phool Makhana are the white ones. I've used a whole pack of them. There's the ghee. I've opened it out. I'm only going to be using like teaspoons. And these spoons I've used 8 each. There we go. That was a teaspoon. And what I've done is heated up the pan, added the ghee in, and this is I believe this one is the Linseeds. And all you're going to do is just cook until you've got a lovely aroma. Just take it off. It just takes about a minute or so to give them a slight little coating of cooking. And the way I decided to do was to cook each item on their own so far, and that's all it was. It is so easy. It's very time consuming. And these are the Phool Makhana. Now they went in as they are, the whole pack. I was measuring up the plates on that. There was, I think, just under 3 plates of the plate that I used. Just to give myself an idea. And I'll show you afterwards what we did with these. So it's just a little coat. And there we go. That was all I had. And all we're going to do is keep mixing them about a minute or 2 cooking. They go slightly, they have a nice little colour, and also you get a nice scent of it being cooked. And then you know they're done. It's just slightly just cooking them on the low gas, low heat. My daughter's also helped me a lot actually on this day. And I didn't want to grind it all into powder. So my daughter's just crushing them with this little crusher, hand crusher. And those were the walnuts, I believe. And then again, a little teaspoon in this pan, and you just got to keep on mixing. So that's the way I'm going to do all of these items, with a teaspoon of ghee, and just cook them all. And I believe that is the cooked one there, and then the next item goes in. Forgot what that one is. It is simple as that. Try to keep it as healthy as possible. I didn't want a lot of ghee in there, and also I will share with you how I did everything. and list everything in description. That is cooked now. Or is that the flour she's bought for me? No, those are the almonds cooked. It's one item at a time. Or no, it's going into cooking now. And that's it. But the aroma was absolutely amazing of everything that was cooked on low heat. And once everything is cooked, everything goes in one pan. Now the coconut I'm leaving till the last. I weren't going to cook that. Now this is the Elsie, and it is actually, I've used 8 teaspoons. And I'm just cooking that slightly. Ginger powder, I've used 8 of these teaspoons to give it a light cook on that. That's gone in with the Awjain. And again, don't forget, you've got to stand there and cook. Now on the other side, on the other pan, I'm going to get the sugar ready. Natural sugar. I'm using again a plate to measure it, and that is a whole plate, but I do go for a little bit more. But I didn't put a full plate because I'm worried about it being too sugary. And don't forget, I've also got to put in the coconut, so I have to be very careful because I don't want it to be very sweet either. And there we go, there is the ghee. That's what it looks like, and it's melting slowly. And the full makhana are cooked, and we are going to grind them. And we're using the grinder here to grind them into powder. Now this is chapati flour that I'm going to cook in the pan again with a teaspoon of the ghee. You can use any powder, whether it's chapati flour, whether it's besan, that is totally up to you. Just use whatever you have at home. And that's what I'm using, is the one that I'm using at home to make my chapatis. Again, exactly the same way, low gas, teaspoon of ghee, and just slightly cook. And my daughter's cooking both of the items here. We've got the sugar on one side, melting away, and the chapati flour. Again, I've just used a 1 bowl. And again, this just helps. With her mixing everything and that, while I can film. And also, she was excited to help. So I did add another teaspoon in. So it was 2 teaspoons of the ghee. Now, this is the gur, and it is melted. And what I'm trying to show you here, if you've got a string coming from the sugar and it's melted, then it is ready to use and mix with rest of the ingredients. Now here my daughter's going to be super here for me. She's going to mix away everything as I pour in a plate at a time of everything into the big pan. Now this is the last item I put in, was the Awjain and Elsie, which is just got to be grinded. My daughter forgot to grind it. And last of all, goes in is the coconut. So everything's going in by slowly, just so it's easier also for my daughter to mix it. And a little bit sticky there. Can't remember what that was. I think it was the Elsie and the Awjain. So at this point, you put everything into the pan and you mix it all up, because everything is cooked. And I've got it on very, very low heat, not for long, and then I took it off, and there we go. That is last, and finally is the coconut. Now, there we have it. This is great for breakfast any time of the day, and very healthy also. This is Pinni. I've got a good pan of it, and whenever you feel like a breakfast, You can have it for breakfast or any time you're in a rush, something healthy, made at home, and I know exactly what went in. This is the besan that I'm making the pinni in now, and it's called gram flour. This is it. And on the other side, I've got the sugar melting. Now this one is very different. Sugar is good, and it's a much darker one. So when you're buying it, look out for the darker one. And if you do buy that one, it's like a toffee. It's a lot stronger, a lot thicker, so you have to work with it very quick to mix it. I've got it on a low gas at the moment, it's melting away, and soon it's melted. When I've got all the ingredients ready, I will add it all into this big pan and mix it. I have got all the nuts and everything a little bit bigger than a week ago, and everything is double the amount that I'm making. And to make the pinni, I'll show you right at the end. You do work with it while the items are a little bit hot, but not too hot to burn your hands. Also, this video, I've made this video because I was asked from a young woman who has lost her mother. I can't remember how many years it has been, but this is one item her mum used to make for her, and she has no idea how to make it, and she did ask me to make a video on it so she can have a look and follow the instructions. So I hope everyone who's watching it, it is inspiring, and you will give it a go if you like the items. If you're not a nut eater and you're allergic, obviously I understand. But for those that do like all the nuts and are keen, this is a way of making it, where you can make it with syrup and honey if you want, and not put in the ghee as well. You can do it, cook it on just by roasting it in a pan. Now that's another option. So I hope the young lady gets a chance to watch the video, and I will list everything in description on the first time I made the pinni, not this second time, because everything has just been doubled. And then you've got to be very quick if you're using the darker gur to mix it so you don't get lumps. And I was a bit too late at mixing, and my daughter comes in to help, and there were a little bit of the sugar lumps, which you can take out, and afterwards if you want you can put them into the blender and grind it. So before I show you the pinni, I would like to hear from you in description. Would you be making this, and what would you do to make it different? How would you change it? Because there's a number of ways of making these pinni. So yeah, let me hear from you in comments. I'd love to hear from you. And have you ever made these before? Are you considering of making them? Ask him any questions. Raisins you can put in. We didn't put them in because I was asked not to put them in. Nobody at home likes them really. But yes. Now the pinni is, I had to wait for it to cool down, and what you do is just take a certain amount. You can use a spoon to measure them, scales. My scales were, batteries had run out, and yeah, the idea is to get them into your hand and try and crush them together, and they should stick together into a ball. And there we have it. That is one, and I'm just going to make a few more, and that is it. It's just nice and simple. Just roll it and get it all combined together in your hand, and there we should have it. Add on to it, and that is it. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like it, and also if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. I'd like to say a big thank you and take care, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.